You know, we all go through times where we're kind of unsure about what we've gotten ourselves into. You know, why are we doing this? You know, why do I do this? You know, you never forget the first time you saw molten glass. You know, I still remember that jaw-dropping moment. But yeah, even 20 years later, I'm still in awe of the molten material. My name is Tommy Spake. I am a glass blower. This is, you know, what I get to do every day. I think all glass blowers are, you know, pyromaniacs at heart. You can't come into the hot shop and not be entranced by fire, be able to deal with heat, you know, because it's an extreme environment. You always have to be on. Like when you walk into the hot shop, you always have to be synced into what's going on. Because it's in the countryside, I feel that landscape has begun to affect my work. And I think that's true with anything. You absorb your surroundings. Your surroundings inspire you. You know, the rocks, the trees, the skies, the mountains, clouds, the water. Most folks, when they think of glass, they think of you know, the beautiful glow, the transparency, the, you know, light flowing through it. But, you know, glass can do so many different things. It can mimic so many different things. You can make glass look like wood. You can make glass look like a rock. It's a fluid, molten material. So you might have a vision of what you want it to be in the end. You have to know, you know, what is the focus. But you have to be flexible. You have to be willing to kind of let the glass have its voice. Glass is always moving. So if you stop moving your pipe, the glass is gonna start to fall. So you're always keeping it rotating. It's a rhythm. It's almost like a dance. I bet if we had, you know, footprints on this floor, you know, we'd be hitting the same little area over and over again. And because you're so focused on that moment, that is so key. If you can be in rhythm with your surroundings, then that, you know, that flow, that moment of creation is just going to carry throughout the whole piece. You know, the glass being a fluid material, you don't have time to think. In the beginning, when you first start working with glass, that's the biggest problem. Your hands don't know what they're doing. You're trying to think, and that's what's messing you up. You know, if I pause for a second and the glass begins to fall to the floor, I react. If I think, you know, it's on the floor. By practicing and doing the same thing thousands of times, you don't think anymore. So your body, it anticipates. And so you're no longer thinking, you're reacting. Most of the pieces I'm making have a very patterned, textured surface. And so I find that the natural reflective nature of the material, the shiny, slick surface that we're all accustomed to seeing, is distracting with all the patterns and textures underneath. So by etching it, sandblasting it, you remove that reflectiveness and you're able to really appreciate all the subtle details right on the surface. So I'll take it from the kiln, take it into the cold shop, and then I'll take it to a lathe and actually carve through the outside layers, and that reveals the interior colors. I mean, even like blowing glass and like being an artist, you know, times are tough sometimes. But you know, just the ability to walk in the studio and pick up the blowpipe, take a gather, and then automatically you're synced up again. Before long, you're blowing glass, everything's right, everything's good.
Slow it down, we've almost reached the borderline.